It is time for the UCL semifinals later this week, so we're making our predictions today with my ball. No, please ignore how dirty it is. That's what you call grinding. That is called grinding. So we're going to give you guys our opinions on the Arsenal PSG and Inter Barcelona fixture.
When was the last time you played soccer?
Get right into it. Arsenal PSG. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's like, look at the ball. Look at the ball.
What, did you just rub it in some dirt before recording? Or?
Well, anyways, Arsenal, PSG, as I was saying, now because Diego made that comment, I'm going to pick pan to Andres first. Andres, just Arsenal, PSG. Who's going through? Just give it to me straight. Who's going through?
PSG. I'm being biased.
Oh.
Okay. my hate for Arsenal. Look. I'm just saying. My heart, my football IQ, the lack thereof sometimes, but my football IQ says Arsenal. But you got to remember who I am as a person. You got to sometimes, even when the chips are down, they're not looking good, you got to think to yourself, do I stick with my guns and be true to myself? And the answer is yes. In this situation, you're true to yourself, which means I have a biased opinion. So therefore, PSG will go through.
But how has this gone from predictions for the UCL to a self-reflective essay? Self-reflective.
You know what? I'm just so good at multitasking that, like, I just, a little inspo for the viewers, but also like a little inspiration to you guys, and then ultimately comes down back down to football. I mean, having a biased response and opinion on everything we talk about. So I just thought I'd change it up in a little bit. All
right. Well, okay. We'll pan away from my dress here. Diego.
I'm okay.
Come on, let the bias seep in.
I'm gonna have to go PSG, but that's not to say this would be an easy game by any means. Arsenal, I do think overall PSG might be the better team, but this is the UCL semis. This stuff is usually not very one-sided. So I think PSG have had a really tough run so far. They faced Liverpool in the round of 16. Who they faced in the quarterfinals?
Aston Villa. It's like
Aston Villa. That's what it was. Aston Villa. Yeah. Also, a very tough game that they played in. Two really difficult matchups right there that required a lot of effort from them. So they may be a little more tired, but I think that those games really, you get in that mindset of like, okay, we know we have to bring for each game. We have to face Liverpool. Very tough game. Very, very tough because Liverpool were one of the favorites. Aston Villa, they're a really good team on their day. Let's not, they may not be a top 6 always, but this year they've been really good. PSG have such a strong offensive line that I see them being so like quick, and they don't stop running. I saw that game against Villa. It was just, they don't stop running. They don't stop attacking you. They're just dangerous. That midfield is crazy. Arsenal had a great matchup against Real Madrid. They had a great 2 games against them, but I foresee PSG just being able to, Arsenal have its trouble scoring, and they call them set piece FC, whatever. And, we can banter that, but I think PSG their offense is just so potent that I could see them outscoring Arsenal. Like I genuinely do see them outscoring Arsenal. So not going to be an easy game by any means, but I see PSG coming out on top here.
Right, and you know what? Well done, Diego. And at the risk of sounding biased myself, with the Chelsea flag behind me, and I apologize to all of our Gunner fans, which we do have some. I know that for a fact we do have some. Yeah, PSG are going through, man. I'm sorry. I love this PSG team. I really like this PSG team.
Now, I love it.
Like Diego said, it's not going to be easy. Arsenal are a tough team to beat, and they have all the momentum going into this match. That's crazy. They have all the momentum going into this match after beating the European champions, the best team in Europe over the course of history, Real Madrid. Obviously, I get it. You're probably the favorites after that. I get it. But this PSG team, man, just inspires the crap out of me. Dembele, Barcola, Cavaro. What a front 3. João Neves, Fabian Ruiz. You have Vitinha in the midfield. Oh, my God. Nuno Mendes, who's arguably one of the best left backs in the world this current season. Hakimi on the right side. You still have the legend Marquinhos, who has been here through all of it, and Donnarumma and goal. Come on now. You telling me that Kai Havertz is beating that shit? Come on now. And actually, he won't. He's hurt, so it doesn't matter. But to segue into that, Arsenal I think there's too many injuries. Obviously, Thomas Partey said he's not playing in that first game because he is suspended. And they have just a lot of other injuries going on. Gabriel's out. Gabriel Jesus is out. Jorginho's out. Kai Havertz, Calafiori, and Tomiyasu. Those are big players. All 6 of those players I just named start for this team pretty consistently. You have William Saliba, who's made 2 horrible mistakes over the past 2 weeks in that back line as well, who might be nervous going into this game as a result of that. I just don't see it. I'm still standing by the fact that Marino, this is just a rich vein of form. Marino should not be at that number 9 spot. Yes, it might work sometimes. I don't think it's going to work forever. I think Arsenal go out against PSG in these semifinals, and PSG are going to go into the final and lose. But we'll get to that in just a second. We'll get to that in just a moment. PSG Arsenal. Obviously, if you guys have your own opinion, let us know in the comments down below whether you're agreeing or disagreeing with us, as I'm sure you guys will have plenty of opinions on either. But 3-0 for our voting for PSG.
First time in football podcast history.
So this is rare that we are ever this united on anything.
Yeah.
On anything.
And you know what unifies us? Our hate for Arsenal.
Amen, truly. Brother.
Is it the club? Brother. No, it's the fans. So the fans really have some are to blame, really.
Except our subscribers. Except our Gunner subscribers. We love you all.
No.
All right. Well. Crazy.
No, you stole Declan. You stole Declan. I will never forgive you. Never forgive you for this. Ever.
Who lets him talk anymore, bro?
You made me hate the man I once loved. You know what I mean?
What do they say about people like they gotta start locking up podcast equipment behind the walls at Walmart and stuff like that, you know?
People like just stop telling me the time to record so I don't show up. Just tell me other times so I rock up at a random time.
Okay, we move into the other semifinals, which comes a day later. That's Barca Inter Milan. Now, this one's a good one too. Can I say, by the way, this is an amazing semifinals 4-team. Overall, this is just great. This is a great setup. Mm-hmm. I love these 2 matchups, and all of them are entertaining. Barcelona, Inter Milan. I'm going to start this off personally. Now, I want Inter Milan to win. I like this Inter Milan team a lot. They have some great players on this team, and that should not be overlooked. Yes, they lost 3-0 to AC Milan this past weekend in the Coppa Italia. That doesn't matter. Yeah, they don't care about that. It's very obvious they don't care about that. They want to win the Champions League, and I really want them to at least make it to the final. This Inter Milan team deserves a better Champions League run than the one against Man City last time. We can just ignore that one. With that being said, Barca's winning this game. I just don't see Barca losing these 2 games personally. I've been saying it since the beginning. It's Barcelona's Champions League to win. They are the team that should be winning it. They have a great team. Pedri is arguably the best midfielder in the world right now, and I think Barca deserve it after this season. That is my opinion. Andres, Barcelona, Inter Milan. Tell me what you think, my friend.
You know, I'm always about the underdog, as you know. Always rooting for the underdog here, and Barcelona, yeah, they should win on paper. On paper, this should be a comfortable, 2 legs over the 2 legs, comfortable. You know what I mean? Like nothing crazy, not like a dominant performance, but they should feel very secure in this situation. But Inter Milan 2 years ago had a rough. Everyone was rooting for them to win. Let's be real here. And tragically, they did not. they were just blown out of the water. It wasn't even close. Was not even close. Because of this, I believe they're going for a redemption run. Voice crack. But they're going for a redemption run here, okay? I believe, that's my motto. I believe that this team right here is going to win. Underdog style. Go to the final. I'm not going to comment their performance on the final. But I think that, they're one step away. They want to get to that final. They want to win this win it all. They felt what it felt like 2 years ago to come so close and fall short. They got my boy Marko Napsovic on the bench. Doesn't play, but he's my boy. Ex-West Ham player, so I always got to back him. Barcelona guy, they got players, might be quite good players. They got players, but young players. And yeah, maybe one of them shows up in really big games all the time, allegedly, of course, shows up to big games. Totally didn't win anything. But anyways, I think everyone knows who I'm talking about here. But, we don't worry about that. You know what? We don't worry about that because this is Inter Milan's time. And I believe that they're going to win. Honestly, I'm very confident. I'm very confident in this Inter Milan team to pull off this underdog. Wow. Why? Look, on paper, pure vibes. Look, on paper, no. But because of me, how I am as a person, once again, you got to ask yourself in these tough situations, are you going to stick to your roots? And I am. Back-to-back predictions. and just wait. Football guru right here.
I'm glad that in this video, Andres has really found himself. If there's one thing I want us all to take.
Flowing with confidence today, you know what I mean? So like I just want to express myself as much as possible. So amazing. Like I truly believe this is their time.
Amazing.
As long as they just sit back and absorb pressure and they hit them on the counterattack, I truly believe that this can go very well. And amazing. I also like I see over here in the United States there's a lot of Barca fans. I see a lot of people, I'm not going to name people that I follow, post about said Barca team. And I just love to see their tears. You know what I mean? I love to see like a no post after a game, So I'm excited. I want that downfall to happen. I want to collect those tears, because if I can't be happy watching football, no one can. You know what I mean? So
he's single-handedly separating us from arguably half the world of football of Barcelona fans here. And you know what? Again,
luckily there's three of us. Luckily there's two other guys that have opinions. So you know what? Diego. Thoughts, comments, opinions.
I'm gonna what Elijah had said earlier. I do really like this Inter Milan team. They have a lot of underdogs in that team. They have some really. I love their striker partnership too. Like Lautaro Martinez, Mr. Thuram, deadly duo. You don't have two striker teams anymore nowadays, and so I like seeing that. It's a little kind of footballing heritage there. But Barcelona are just so good. They're just so good and have probably I don't want to say probably the best front three in the world right now. Rafinha has just been in the level. Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski. Like, I don't think there needs to be much explanation there. As much as I would love for Inter to put up and maybe get a win. And to be fair, if one team can do it, maybe it is Inter. They love that defensive football. They love hitting it on the counterattack. And Barca is the opposite. They love the ball. They play that super high line. Like, I saw Nico Barella break Bayern's line so well in their quarterfinal matchup. He played some just cheeky little balls around the defender. So can he do it? Yes. Can they do it? Yes. But Barca have to be the favorites. They're just that good. And when they're at the top of their game, that front three is disgusting. They combine so well, so just lethal. And I think it's Barca in the final. And honestly, legitimately, it's probably Barca's favorite, to win, even when they get to that final. Like, they're just that good and the most informed team right now. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, they play in El Clasico this weekend, I think. So
they do.
It'll be an interesting test there. But right before the Champions League. But we'll see.
Yes, I just love sitting here listening to Deo talk. It's just dropping knowledge. Like, he waits like a panther all video until it's his time to talk, and then once he does, it's just chef's kiss. Makes me feel ways I don't often feel.
Wow,
it's amazing. It's amazing. But I will say
feel
for
like that's
Barcelona,
insulting to me to an extent.
And one,
you just wait for me to finish talking because
it's part of the process.
It's cool, man. It's cool. Just say what you want to say. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Just say what you want to say.
To Barcelona's detriment here, and to I guess one of Diego's points. I'm sorry, Lewandowski is hurt, and it doesn't look like he's going to be ready for that game. Maybe, but highly likely he is not. They are also missing Balde at the back left, who has been a huge part of both attack and defense for Barcelona this season. Obviously, Ter Stegen's still out, but Szczesny's filling that role. Casado and Bernal are both going to be gone for sure, not playing these games. So Barca does have some injuries to think about. Inter Milan does as well, though. Dumfries is doubtful. Marcus Thuram is doubtful. Zielinski is doubtful. Three big players. In particular, Marcus Thuram, because Marcus Thuram is a top goal scorer of the season, I believe. That is going to be a big miss for Inter Milan, and hopefully he is ready. Dumfries as well, I think, is just really important, especially in that fullback role against the wingers that you mentioned, Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. That's going to be huge for Inter Milan. So hopefully he is still he is able to come back in time. But either way, that's going to be a damn good draw, man. Good draw. These first legs are going to might be some of the most legendary of all time when it's all said and done. I think these are very good teams that there's no true clear favorites like you may think there are, but when you really deep it, it's not that lopsided for any team in this last four here, which is amazing. That's exactly what you want from a Champions League, especially if you're a Premier League fan, you've dealt with the shittiest Premier League season of all time, arguably, because we know who's winning, we know who's getting relegated, all that. This Champions League is damn good to watch. So make sure to let us know in the comments down below what your opinion are, whether Arsenal's beating PSG or vice versa, and how Inter's going to do against Barcelona. Let us know your honest and true opinions, especially if it's as biased as Andres's. We're used to it. Let us know in the comments down below.
Hey, engagement, baby. Engagement. I love being called an idiot. Yes. Brings me fuel. Just to bring you more.
But now that you said that, the haters are gonna hate by not engaging.
No,
because they know
they don't. They didn't even get to this part. They got so enraged by me talking, just my voice alone, that they already in the comments typing, letting me hear it
right now. I'm scheduling my comment right now. Yeah. There are people that are subscribed to us who I know have notifications on because they can hate on us within 10 minutes of releasing the video. It's amazing. Keep it up though. Keep it up. You're some of my favorite people.
It's a blessing. It's truly a blessing.
It really is.
You absolutely flamed in our group chat. So it's thank you. You brighten my day. You think you tear it down? No, wow. You brighten my day because it's fun to make fun of you. You know what? But yeah, if you want us to release one in response to hate comments, like to read out hate comments and respond to them personally, that'd be fun. Please let us know because I would happily do that.
That'd be very fun. I would do that very much. So, of course, like I said, comments down below. Leave a like if you're excited for these semifinals matchups and the final matchup for that matter. Make sure to subscribe if you want more UCL content. We do a whole bunch of other stuff too. Just scroll through the channel, take a look at what we do. If it's fun to you, subscribe. And hopefully see you guys in after the semifinals with a 100% success rate on our predictions. And to you as well. Take care.